What if everything you thought you knew about the universe was just the beginning? Imagine a reality where our universe is just one page in an endless encyclopedia of existence. What if right now, there are infinite other yous making different choices, living different lives, in countless other universes? It's a mind-bending possibility. Somewhere out there, in the cosmos, there might be a version of you who became an astronaut, or another who's a famous novelist. There could be a universe where dinosaurs never went extinct, or one where the laws of physics are entirely different from what we know. The idea isn't just a wild fantasy, it's a legitimate scientific proposition that many brilliant minds are taking seriously. This hypothesis of a multiverse doesn't just expand the universe, it multiplies it, offering a potentially infinite array of realities. Each one is a unique cosmos, with its own story and secrets. What might those worlds be like? How could they change our understanding of existence, destiny, and the nature of life itself? The journey begins with Thomas Digges, a visionary astronomer who radically changed our view of the cosmos. Long ago, when people believed the universe was a finite sphere with stars plastered on its dome, Digges introduced a groundbreaking idea. What if the universe was actually infinite, filled with countless stars extending far beyond our sight? Digges, inspired by the revolutionary ideas of Copernicus, who placed the sun at the center of our system, took things a step further. He proposed that the universe didn't end just beyond the stars we see at night. Instead, it stretched on forever, filled with an unimaginable number of stars. This was a huge shift from the cozy, limited universe people had imagined to an endless expanse that continues infinitely. His bold thinking turned the old view of a neat, enclosed universe on its head, suggesting a limitless cosmic ocean with no shores in sight. It laid the groundwork for future generations to explore and understand the universe in new and more profound ways. Now let's talk about René Descartes, a superstar of the science world way back in the day. He had some pretty cool ideas about space and stuff in it. Descartes thought that space without any matter, like stars or planets, is like a blank page. It just doesn't make sense. He was way ahead of his time, thinking thoughts that would later connect to Einstein's famous theory of relativity, even though he lived about 300 years earlier. Descartes imagined that if the universe goes on forever, then the stuff in it, all the matter like stars, planets, and galaxies, must also stretch out endlessly. He saw space and matter as two sides of the same coin, always existing together. It's like saying you can't have a forest without trees or an ocean without water. His big idea was that space isn't just an empty stage for planets and stars to sit on. It's linked to everything in it. This was a huge leap in thinking, and it laid down some of the early groundwork for how scientists now understand the universe. In today's science, especially in modern cosmology, which is all about studying the universe as a whole, Descartes' way of linking space and matter is really important. Scientists now think about the universe in terms of both the stuff in it and the space between that stuff. These intellectual giants didn't just muse about stars and planets. They considered the very nature of existence. They asked daring questions about our place in the cosmos and whether there are other universes much like or drastically different from our own. Their inquiries laid the groundwork for what we now call the multiverse theory. This isn't just a single idea, but a series of interconnected theories suggesting that our universe might be one of many, a small part of a vast and possibly infinite collection of universes. Imagine our universe as just one tiny bubble, floating in a vast, never-ending sea filled with countless other bubbles. This is what modern cosmology suggests, that what we see and know is just a small part of a much larger, possibly infinite, collection of universes, known as the multiverse. Each of these universes, including ours, might be drifting and changing forever in this unimaginable space. It's like looking at the ocean and realizing each drop of water is a whole world of its own. Michel de Montaigne was a philosopher who wasn't afraid to dream big and question everything. He wondered about the possibility of many worlds, each a unique canvas with its own set of cosmic rules. Imagine a place where the things we take for granted, like the force of gravity that keeps our feet on the ground, or the flow of time from past to future, could be completely different. In one universe, you might jump and never come down, or in another, the past might be your future. There could be worlds with colors that don't exist on Earth, sounds no human ear has heard, and lights that dance in unimaginable ways. Then enter Isaac Newton, a titan of science whose ideas still resonate today. He revolutionized our understanding with his law of universal gravitation, suggesting that the same force that causes an apple to fall from a tree extends to the moon, the planets, and beyond. Newton's universe was vast and majestic, a never-ending expanse filled with stars, planets, and galaxies, all moving gracefully in an eternal cosmic dance. He showed us that the universe was much more than just our little corner of the Milky Way. It was a boundless frontier, full of mysteries waiting to be explored. Newton's vision turned the universe into a grand theater of motion and mechanics, with laws that applied not just here on Earth, but across the distant reaches of space. His work laid the foundation for centuries of scientific exploration, leading us to look further and deeper into the cosmos. Thanks to his insights, we began to understand the universe not as a static place, but as a dynamic, ever-evolving entity. Now let's talk about a phenomenon known as the cosmic background radiation. This is not just any glow. It's a faint whisper from the very dawn of the universe. A leftover warmth from a time when everything that exists was squished into an incredibly hot, dense point. Imagine the entire universe, all the stars, planets, and galaxies, packed into a space so small it's mind-boggling, then suddenly exploding into existence. That's the Big Bang, and the CBR is like an echo from that colossal event. This discovery of the CBR has been a game-changer. With the help of sophisticated satellite probes like the Cosmic Background Explorer, the Wilkinson Microwave Anisotropy Probe, and the Planck satellite, scientists have been able to hear this echo from 13.8 billion years ago. It's like they've found a cosmic time capsule containing secrets about the universe's earliest moments. What's more, this discovery has given a big thumbs up to the theory of cosmic inflation, which suggests that in the first split second of the universe's existence, it expanded faster than the speed of light. There's this idea called eternal inflation. It suggests that our universe, with all its galaxies and stars, might just be one tiny bubble in a frothy, never-ending sea of other universes. According to this theory, there are endless quantum fluctuations happening in the cosmic vacuum, sort of like a pot of boiling water constantly bubbling up. Each bubble that pops up is a whole new universe, with its own laws of physics, its own stars, and maybe even its own forms of life. This scenario paints a picture of a cosmos that is far more vast and varied than we ever imagined. It's not just a universe, it's a multiverse, an endless collection of universes each going about its own business. Some might be very similar to our own, while others could be wildly different, filled with strange forms of matter, exotic creatures, or landscapes that defy our wildest dreams. The beauty of this idea is not just in its grand scale, but in the mysteries it holds. Each of these bubble universes, including ours, is like a story waiting to be told. What wonders do they contain? What stories are unfolding in these distant realms? And what does it all mean for our understanding of reality? The discovery of the cosmic background radiation and the theory of eternal inflation are more than just scientific achievements. They're invitations to dream, to wonder, and to explore. They remind us that the universe is a much stranger and more spectacular place than we could have ever imagined. And as we continue to look up at the stars and delve into the depths of space, we're not just learning about the cosmos, we're uncovering the grand story of existence itself, one chapter at a time.